Hey, what's up? Sorry about the wait or whatever. I don't think I'll ever make videos as often as I used to a couple of years ago, but I'm still making videos, so there you go. I actually meant to make a video about the Florence and Machine concert that I went to, like, probably like a month ago now. But things kept coming up afterward, and I don't know, I just never made it. It doesn't really feel that relevant to make a video about anymore, although it was good, and well, it was awesome. And if you haven't listened to Florence and the Machine, you definitely should, because they're really good. I guess I'll just end it at that, though. What I'm talking about today is something that I got an idea from one of the AP tests that I took last week. And for those that don't know, AP tests, they're a test that you take near the end of an advanced placement class. That's what the AP stands for, and if you pass the test, you get a college credit for that class. So the ones that I took last week, back to back, by the way, AP English, or language and composition, and then world history. The English one wasn't too bad, mainly because well, sorry, for some reason I totally blanked out. I forgot if I had hit record or not. Just wanted to make sure, because that would have sucked. Yeah, so the English one wasn't too bad, mainly because English is sort of my forte, I guess. That's always been what I'm best at. Writing and reading and understanding. So it wasn't that bad. It was still tedious, though, and strenuous. You have to write 3 essays, like, all back to back in like 2 hours, so. And then the world one was a lot tougher, the world history one. Also 3 essays that one of them I feel really good about, and the other 2 not so much, but, what can you do? I'm pretty sure I still passed it, though. But anyway, that's not the point. What I'm talking about is an essay on my English AP test that had a really, really interesting topic that I had a lot of fun with. What the topic was there was this one quote from this guy, forget his name, but he said, if you have like a powerful belief in something, I wish I had like written down the exact quote or something, but the main sentiment was, if you have a powerful belief in something, you'll have the power to do anything, even things that other people think are impossible. And then the other quote was one from Bertrand Russell that said, I believe that we should take some measure of doubt in all of our opinions. I wouldn't want anyone to dogmatically believe in any opinion, even mine. So they're basically like opposite quotes, and they're saying, like, the essay asked you to just compare the relationship between doubt and certainty, say which one, just kind of broad, which is usually where I shine in English class. And it's also why I detest math, because it's never broad and open-ended, there's always right and wrong, but that's why I really like this essay, and why I really wanted to talk about it, because I think it's really interesting. I'll start off by just saying what I believe. I believe that doubt is one of the most important things that we as humans can do. I believe that without doubt, we would believe anything that we're told, and thus be more susceptible to believing in a lie, which would probably lead to bad things. A really good example actually. Here, I'll grab my source. I actually learned in this book 100 Things You're Not Supposed to Know, which is totally legit. Sorry about that. On my desk. There's tons of sources in the back. I haven't looked up any of the actual sources, but they're all from, like, government, like, organizations and stuff. And before you say, ooh, government organizations, it's legit, these are all bad things about the government. So, like, the government was admitting shit, not, like, covering it up. So I'm pretty sure that I have reasons for believing what I read in this book. Anyway, there is there's I could make a whole video about this book actually. Just absolutely eye-opening shit in here, but the one that I'm talking about now in relation to doubt and certainty is Aristotle, the famed and very highly regarded Greek philosopher. Actually set science back about 2,000 years because since he was so highly regarded in everything else he did, when he started talking about science for some reason, I don't know why, he didn't really know anything about it. Everyone believed everything that he said because he was so highly regarded in another field. And because of that, he set science back around 2,000 years. And that's the example I use in my essay. When you believe, anything somebody says without any doubt, it's like, then shit happens like that, where you set science back 2,000 years. That's a long fucking time. I mean, not in the course of history in general, maybe, but in the course of human history, it is. That's a very long time. I mean, think of how far we might be if for that extremely long time people just believed everything Aristotle said. He said that the brain was most likely useless or something. It's in the book somewhere. I don't want to spend time finding it, but he wrote something about the brain being not a very important organ, and everyone believed it. And yeah, not everyone, but like the people in his area, which is a lot of people, so, and the people that read him and whatnot. So yeah, I think sort of doubt is the beginning of discovery, almost. If you have doubt, if you make sure to have some measure of doubt whenever you do anything, you are basically making sure that you are not gonna believe in the wrong thing. I mean, I just think it's almost common sense when you phrase it like that. I mean, right? Yeah. I really didn't know what this guy, whose name I forgot, was talking about when he was talking about, oh yeah, when you have that powerful belief, you can do anything. Like, well no. Not really. I mean, well, for one thing, it's called a belief because it's a belief. It's fact. And it actually implies, it inherently implies when you say the word belief that there is some amount of doubt because it's a belief, not a fact. Like, this is what I believe. I mean, usually when people say, this is what I believe, there is like an insinuation of, I could be wrong. I mean, a lot of times there isn't, I guess, though. I know a lot of people say, oh yeah, this is what I believe. Don't try to change me because it's not going to change. This is what I believe, and this is what I'll always believe because I honestly believe that it's true. And it's just like, well, no, you don't have any evidence for it. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So why are you treating it like it's a fact, but then calling it a belief? And I mean, let's be realistic too. I mean, just because you have a powerful belief in something, I mean, that doesn't mean that, like, I mean, yeah, it inspires you, maybe, and motivates you, which is all well and good, but it's not gonna actually improve your chances of accomplishing anything. I mean, that all comes from what you actually do with your own hands, not what you believe, I mean, I'm kind of sliding into a little, religion crevice here, and I didn't really mean to do that, but I think you get what I'm getting at. I think it's sort of like you should definitely raise an eyebrow whenever somebody says that they're absolutely certain about something, because there's hardly ever room for certainty anywhere. I mean, I think any scientist worth his salt would tell you the same thing. And I have a very, very, extensive relationship with uncertainty, especially lately. Everybody's asking me, this is also something I said in my essay, everybody's asking me, like, what are you gonna do when you grow up and shit? And it's just like, well, I know what I want to do, but, I mean, I don't know, man. You just don't know. We don't know anything. We don't know. We don't know fucking shit, man. I mean, we do know a lot, but there's a lot more that we don't know. That's a fact. That's not a belief. So yeah, I think anyone who kind of walks around acting like they're certain of anything, I mean, unless they have indisputable proof that something is certain, then you shouldn't be certain. That you shouldn't act like you're certain of something then. I guess that's the bottom line for me. Always remember to doubt, question, doubt, question. If I ever have a kid, I'm definitely going to grow him up with those. Grow him up? Seriously. I'm definitely going to teach him those things as he grows up. Doubt and question. You know, those are very, very important because it means he or she will grow up to be a smart, person who has a bullshit detector, doesn't believe, some nonsense about the brain not being important just because Aristotle said it, Wish we had more people that doubted and questioned. I think the majority of, at least the American population, is full of people who don't doubt and don't question. Who, do everything they're told and believe everything they're told, by the TV and by food labels and by, I think we would live in a much better and a much more efficient and a much more stimulating society if people question things more often. God, I just cannot stress that enough, how important I think that is. I believe that is. I guess since I just, sort of contradicted myself there by saying I believe it's very important, you can try to refute me, I guess, by trying to prove that doubt isn't important, and how if no one doubted anything, it would be a good thing. But I don't know if you're going to be able to do that, so, yeah. I don't know. I'm having fun just talking here. Hope you had fun listening. Thanks for watching.